Good morning, afternoon, evening. All right, we're going to be doing something a bit different starting soon. I'm hoping to get a series started on Arthurian reading. This will be kind of like a fun book club type thing for all of us, and I'll soon go through the stories that we'll be discussing. But before I get to that, I want to give you a brief overview of what I'm wanting to do with the series. I'll be posting 2 videos per section of reading. I will post a reading video where I am reading the sections here on video, and the text will be up on screen as well. And then I will post a summary video with discussions after reading. These reading ones I think will be fun, especially once we reach the 13th, 14th century stories, because I will be trying to do those in the native writing. I'll be reading those in Middle English for you to listen to. There are audio versions of all these stories that I'm doing, but I have yet to find a single Middle English audio version for these stories. So that'll be kind of fun. But if you don't want to listen to me talk, there are audio versions of all these. That being said, here is the list of the things we're going to read. So we're going to start as early as we can without getting into the Welsh stuff. So we will be reading Historia Regum Britanniae by Geoffrey of Monmouth. As you can see, written 1138 approximately. We are going to be staying in the 12th century. We are going to be reading Wace's Roman de Brut. Then moving into the 12th century, or staying in the 12th century, but this will be late 12th century, approximately the 1180s. We will be reading the whole list of Chrétien de Troyes stories. So we will be reading his story of Sir Eric. We will be reading his Lancelot story, which is the introduction of Lancelot. We'll be reading Percival. We'll be reading the whole story of the Grail. Everything by Chrétien de Troyes. We will also be reading Layman's Brut as we enter into the 13th century. And then we will have our first German author, with Chrétien de Troyes being French. But our first German author with Wolfram von Eisenbach, writing in the 13th century, where he wrote his own version of Chrétien's Percival. We will then be reading an unknown author writing about the quest for the Holy Grail. We will then be reading Lancelot in prose, or the Death of Arthur in the mid 13th century. Then we will be hitting our first 14th century story with Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. And this will probably also be our first one in Middle English. It's a very fun poem. I'm excited to read it. Then we will be reading the alliterative Morte Arthur, followed by the granddaddy of them all, the most famous of all medieval Arthurian stories, La Morte d'Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory. We will be listening to an actual knight write about knights. So this will be really exciting. I'm excited to do these videos, and I hope you're excited to listen to them as well. All right, have a good day.